Okay, so we're going to be talking about in today's training, we're going to be talking about 4 ways that poor posture affects your lung functioning. Okay, so as we covered in the previous topic, posture goes well and beyond just aesthetically how your body looks. So when we're talking about the functioning of our lungs, I want you to think of it like this: if we're slouching and we are hunched over, if you think about your ribs are going to collapse down into that rounded posture, and that when we're really tight, especially through those upper abdominals, we're very restricted in that upper rounded sort of posture through the upper back. We can't effectively expand our rib cage. And when you really sit low like this and you try and take a deep breath in, you can't really breathe well, as opposed to if you're up nice and in good alignment, we can really open our ribs more and hence utilize the full capacity of our lungs. So it's going to create, that poor posture will create shallow breathing, and we'll only be able to use a part of our lungs and not the full capacity of our lungs. And this has other spill-on effects into the body. This in particular affects the functioning of the diaphragm muscle. Now, the diaphragm muscle is a very, very, very important muscle to health overall in our body. It's the muscle that helps to open our lungs up, and it acts when it contracts. It lowers down and it increases space in the thoracic cavity, and it acts as a vacuum and sucks the air into the lungs. So the diaphragm is an extremely important muscle when it comes to respiration. It's also very important for other areas, other systems within the body. If the posture is collapsed, like we were just talking about, the ribs are dropped in, we can't effectively, mechanically, we can't utilize that diaphragm properly. It's unable to function properly, and it'll most likely, because it's not getting used, it will get weaker. At the bottom of the diaphragm, something I learned very recently was that it has the highest concentration of lymph nodes. So it's very, very important. Good diaphragmatic breathing is really important for the immune system, for the body to be able to detoxify itself and remove waste products. Impaired oxygen exchange. So the gas exchange that happens at the lungs is compromised if you can't use the full capacity of your lungs because your ribs are collapsing into the lungs. It means that you're going to have less oxygen exchange, and so less oxygen absorbed into your bloodstream. And obviously we need oxygen to supply all of the cells of our body with energy. And it's also, on the other side of the equation, it's going to affect the ability for the body to expel carbon dioxide. So the waste product that builds up from energy production, waste and cellular metabolism. So that relationship, not getting enough good stuff in, not getting enough bad stuff out, is going to be highly compromised. And that in turn, it has an effect. When we can't adequately do that, it will affect our energy levels. We will feel more fatigued. We'll have less energy. We'll feel sluggish when the cells in our body can't get what they need to make energy. It's going to severely compromise how we feel from an energetic perspective. And finally, it's going to affect our circulation. So when we limit the delivery of oxygen and other nutrients to the tissues, in particular, like our muscles, obviously, but our organs need to have, a good supply of nutrients from, including oxygen, from our blood, to keep them healthy. But they also need to have a mechanism where they can remove waste products and toxins. So if our circulation is going to be compromised, then that's also going to have a spill-on effect into the functioning of our organs and our muscles. And the lymphatic system in particular, as we mentioned with the diaphragm, it's closely correlated into the circulatory system, the lymphatic system. They work hand in hand. So if one's not working functionally well, then the other one's going to be compromised. And this is for everything in the body. The body is a holistic system. It is a system of many different systems. And as soon as one system, like in any biological system or even a mechanical system, when something is out, then it has spill-on effects into other systems, and the whole, in a biological system, the whole organism isn't going to be functioning to its optimal capacity.